Hello friends, welcome back to another walk and talk session. Let's talk about today's modern culture of productivity. Productivity, messages of being productive and on point all the time in the media, on social media, constantly being bombarded with messages of success. The problem with this culture is that it exacerbates insecurity in so many people, in the regular people of the world, especially if you suffer with any kind of mental health issues, be it ADHD, anxiety or depression. We're often subjected to feeling like we're just not good enough, we're not successful enough. When you see all these people killing it, supposedly killing it, earning shed loads of money, getting lots of followers, getting lots of holidays and being ultra successful in their career, it just makes you think that that's the standard that everyone has to live up to. And I'm here to say that that's all a farce, and that you don't have to be part of that narrative that's pushed on to all of us. Something I've learned is that you just need to find your definition of success. You need to analyze your strengths and your abilities unique to you, because not everybody is able to live up to these supposed standards. You've got to realize that a lot of the people that have these lavish lifestyles and all the success, they often have a lot of drama and stress in their lives, right? They never sleep because they're always working, they're always grinding away. So what might appear as success, behind closed doors, it could be a lot of headaches, a lot of stress, lack of sleep. They let themselves go physically, they eat crap food, they drink to sort of numb the stress. My philosophy is that having a more peaceful life is the real wealth, it's the real currency in life. It's up to you what you think you're able to handle, what kind of success you want, because it's not the same for everyone. And I think this is what's important to realize, is that this manufactured idea, this manufactured notion of success is all a cultural ideal, not based on reality or what's attainable for the average person. These people are extraordinary, they're not average, that's the whole point. I'm all for self-improvement. I think it's really important that we learn to grow as people, challenge ourselves, find out what we're good at, what we're not good at, what our strengths are, and so on. So I'm all for self-improvement, but I'm only for self-improvement to a limit. I'm for self-improvement without self-scrutiny, and I think that's the main point I'm trying to make. It's all well and good to aspire to things and to be inspired by others, and it's perfectly fine to try and attain what they are. But you have to realize that it's okay if you don't manage to get to their level, because you're not them. And look, the idea that you can be on point all the time is just ludicrous, because I don't care who you are, there will always be somebody better than you at something. All you need to focus on is being the best that you can be. When you've got all this peer pressure to conform and be part of the accepted way of life, eats away at your ability to be yourself and to realize that, people are different. They come in all different shapes and sizes, all different kinds of brains, all different kinds of backgrounds. So I think it boils down to finding the right balance. If you want to be productive and be a success, that's all good, but you've got to listen to your intuition as well. You've got to realize that when your body's sending you signals, your blood pressure's up, your sleep is suffering, you've got to ask yourself, okay, is this worth it? And maybe it is for a short while, but I think it's helpful to look at the bigger picture and ask yourself, what do I really care about? What do I really want? Is it worth me putting all this energy into it? Why am I doing it? Am I doing it for me, or am I doing it for other people, for them to see me as a success or whatever I'm looking for them to see me as? So I believe it's about accepting the hand that life has dealt you, working with the way that your brain is, working with your personality traits, getting a real good solid understanding of the way you operate, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and how much you can tolerate. Guys, nothing else matters in this life apart from your journey. So it's up to you what you want to do with it. Do you want to spend your life suffering, trying to appease other people and fit into this box? Or do you want to just really be yourself and figure out what you love and focus on that? Maybe you're not meant to be an academic that's glued to a desk and researching and looking at lots of details because you can't focus very well. Maybe it's just not you. Maybe you're better off using your hands and being more of a physical worker, like learning a trade or something. Maybe if you're predisposed to having depression, you want to work somewhere outside in nature. You want to be active because you know it's going to help your mental health. This is why I think it's important to take these things into consideration and to make a little plan for yourself to find out a life that molds perfectly for your personality. So this is why I think it's important to not be afraid to be a bit different. If the world had no different people or unusual or quirky people, man, what a boring world this would be, right? Because it's the weirdos, if you like, that make the world an interesting place. It's the strange people that don't fit the regular archetype, that add character and charisma and add interesting concepts and ideas to the world. These people are the strongest because they don't give in to the culture that tells them what to do. They're not afraid to go against the social programming that we're indoctrinated with from a small age. Told how it is, what you need to do, go to school, go to college, get a regular job. And I think now in 2022 we're getting to a stage where more and more people are starting to have different ways of life, finding out what it is they really want to do and who they really are. You could say that we're living in the second renaissance. With the age of technology and digital revolution, I think we're all becoming more skeptical, we're all becoming more in tune with who we are, and we're all questioning things more. So you don't need to be on point, you don't need to be killing it and be a millionaire and have stocks and shares and everything and have a business. If that's what you want, great. If you're willing to put in the hard work and sacrifice for that, great. But at what cost? Are you willing to put in the sacrifice that comes with that? If not, cool. It doesn't matter. This is why I'm saying it's all about choice. It's all about being honest with yourself and asking yourself, what am I capable of? What am I really willing to work at? Where do I draw the line? What are my limits? And those limits, I think you should question as well, because sometimes low self-esteem can make us think that our limits are really low, that the bar is set low for us. It's not always the case, because that can be due to social programming, and that can come from years of low self-esteem, bullying, or mental health issues, ADHD, anxiety, depression. And I think it's important, if you are suffering with that you need to do the work to overcome it. Maybe get therapy, some way or somehow. You need to try to find a way to strengthen yourself. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, you can do whatever you want, but I encourage you as a friend. I'm saying to do it because it's going to help you in the long run and it's going to make you a happier person. Guys, you only live once, you might as well try to find out who you are, find out what options you have, and live the best life to your ability. And I want to emphasize your ability. I used to be so wrapped up in what other people thought of me, especially when I was younger. God, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was so self-conscious, it was unbelievable, it was so stifling, it was so crippling to my self-esteem. And it's really funny because it's true, when you get older you stop caring as much. But I also do think that it's a skill that you should practice, because it's handy to have. I think it's important to practice that, to flex that muscle of inner strength. But nowadays, I just do my thing. I work as much as I want to work, because that suits me. That's my decision. And I do the hobbies that I want to do that bring me the peace, bring me the joy. I don't concern myself with doing popular things and being part of the mainstream. And look, I'm not trying to preach here. I'm not trying to make myself sound better than other people. All I'm doing is making a point, is that you don't have to fit the mold. And as soon as you realize that it's all a choice, it's all on your part, you liberate yourself. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you can relate to what I'm talking about. I'd be interested to know, what are you doing in your life's journey? How are you overcoming your issues? What are your plans? And where are you going in life? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, stay strong and stay focused. Done.